Quarterbacks both throw the ball well and scramble around pretty good. Probably dimensioned why the physical stature, they're about the same. So they both have helped them win and get to 5-2. And number 7 has a good grasp of the offense, does a good job, plays with poise and very accurate. So it really doesn't have any bearing on us.
What do you tell the guys after a game like Florida State, where just seemingly a lot of big plays again, sort of creeping itself up? What do you do this week to sort of just refocus them? And do you even go over the game again? Do you watch the film, or do you sort of just put that game in the rearview mirror?
Oh, obviously there's mistakes to be corrected, so you don't sweep it under the rug and act like it never happened. It happened, so some missed tackling, created some of the big plays. The late one, you got a freshman in there that's staring in the backfield, so otherwise I thought they worked us pretty good, underneath and quick, those kind of things. So just trying to correct things. Thought we got to play this game in an aggressive way, and you can't play on your heels, and you can't play not to make mistakes. And at times we did. Other times we didn't, and other times it was just maybe one guy. So kids know when you're real and when you're not, and there's no way to sugarcoat it. You got beat by a good team, and a lot of the success they had was due to them executing, and we didn't execute very well. It was the first game all year that we as a defense felt that we didn't match the precision. We just weren't. The effort was there, but the precision and the execution wasn't what it needed to be. And against a good team, you get exposed and exploited pretty quick. So our guys they're going to feed off us as coaches. So you bring juice and energy, and put the facts in front of them, and understand that it's not doom and gloom. Losing stinks. It can never be acceptable, and you point out what the mistakes were, do what you can to get them corrected, make sure everybody owns responsibility, coaches and players alike, and move on together. So it's really pretty simple.
When you look at the tape, what did you feel like were the reasons maybe the pass rush struggle, especially for the first three quarters?
They blocked us, and at times when we pressured, we weren't precise or violent enough like we needed to be. So that's it. It's really, again, there's no magic formula for how it works. You either beat a guy or you don't. They block you or they don't, or again, you execute like you need to or you don't. So.
What can Coach Ray think us in the corner?
Well, he's a big guy and he's got speed, and then now you got to work all the other details out.
Martin's been working a lot of that nickel position.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least in the first half, until Bashad is eligible again. Are you comfortable with him being that?
Oh, yeah, he works with the DBs every day. He works one-on-ones and corner technique every day, so he'll be fine there. He's he's arguably one of the top 2 guys there. So, he's every bit as good as the other guys. So we're happy to have him out there.
What have you seen this week in terms of dealing with the loss, maybe in leadership emerging or leadership stepping up and trying to help some of the younger guys deal with a loss like that?
The leadership, it's been what it's been. It's been very solid. So, again, nothing has surprised me with how they've handled it and how they've reacted. Again, that's our job as coaches to kind of guide them and lead them. But the leaders, it's no problem for those guys to keep guys' mind in the right place, and because it's easy to, if you allow it to happen, to get led down the wrong road. So we preach it from the beginning of the year before we started. Just don't listen to outsiders, don't get distracted, don't ride the waves. Invest in the process, and good things will usually happen, and usually it does. And then when something breaks down within that process, you're not going to have the kind of results that you want. So we've been consistent with our message prior to our game on Saturday. And so again, it's easy to keep our guys bought in and the leadership to continue to send the right message.
The targeting rule, just your thoughts on it in general?
I don't really have any.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that we lost Breland. He's a good player, but just trying to be aggressive. Just got to hit the guy lower. That's the rule. Can't hit a guy above his shoulder. So that's what the rules are. So we got to abide by them.
With the secondary, the issues you have, like with Gary being out, the Shaw being out the first half, is this similar to what you guys dealt with last year? We had to move Adam over, or do you feel like you have more depth now that you can handle situations?
I think we have you feel a little bit better. You have more experience there. Both Darius has played pretty good this year. He's played well this year, and Martin has played very well when he's been in there. So you feel very good. You're fortunate. So it's quite a bit different than from a year ago.
Brent, how did you assess the safety play against their passing game, particularly the depth?
I just thought overall in coverage, whether it's linebackers or corners or safety, we didn't play nearly as aggressive as we wanted to, and they did a good job of converting some routes. I think we were expecting certain things, and we got some different looks, and it kind of threw our guys off a little bit, and so.
Anything else?
When you look at Maryland, there's a little the unknown this week with those guys as far as so many guys are out. They lose Diggs. They got a couple other guys that are out. What can you expect? What do you think they're going to throw at you?
I don't know. I'm sure they'll run their offense. They've got good backs and strong offensive line, and their best players are at quarterback and the running backs and the tight end. So I'm sure they'll try to feature those guys. But again, they're a spread offense as well. They'll get into three backs, but I'm sure they recruited well at receiver. They got some big, good-looking young kids that have played. They weren't starters, but they played quite a bit. So I'm sure it'll be more of the same. And they got to 5-2. I'm sure they're not going to, completely reverse course in what they're doing offensively. So we got to prepare for what we've seen on video and expect their young guys to step up like we would ours. We wouldn't dramatically change what we're doing. But I'm sure they'll utilize their strengths.
Do the quarterbacks roam around? They do anything that differently, or how would you compare them?
No, they're very comparable to each other. To us, they're the same guy. Mm-hmm.
All set? Thank you, Coach.